All right, welcome back, and I hope your first week is going well. Today, I just want to give you a quick overview of two assignments, the brainstorming questions for our first essay, and then the essay itself. Okay, so I'm going to click on Unit 1, and this is our first module, and these are the chapters I'm asking you to read. I know they're out of order, that's okay. We're skipping around, going from 2 to 11 to 3. So once you've done the readings of these three chapters, you've done all the quizzes, then we are ready to go into the cumulative assignments. So as I said in my opening video, each unit has a final essay that wraps up everything that we've gone over in the readings and the quizzes. And the first assignment is what we call brainstorming questions, and these help you get some ideas down on a document and helps you kind of formulate your understanding of the article that you've chosen to summarize for this essay. Okay, so again, you're choosing one of two readings, right? Your first option is, must the president be a moral leader? Then the second option is, Mexico elects first female president, but will that improve the lot of country's women? So these are nonfiction, argument-based texts which tackle politics both in the US and in Mexico. So what you should be looking for as you read these articles is the things that have been discussed and explained in the chapter readings. So we're looking for argument, right? We're looking for how the argument is put together and how the author develops claims and makes their claims, okay? So the three claims we're really focusing on are claims of policy, fact, and value. And then within that, you have to try and understand what the main claim is, right? So that's kind of like the thesis of the argument, the author's main claim that they want to support and develop for the rest of the article. And unlike our essays, the thesis or the main claim isn't going to necessarily be in that first paragraph. So you have to really read carefully and annotate and take notes and wrestle with the ideas in the article. These are shorter articles, so I would advise that you read them multiple times. Okay, and then this brainstorming assignment is really just asking you to get some generative ideas, right? This is not our essay. This is kind of bullet point, thinking about the questions that are asked. And I want you to answer each of these questions with your best, most developed ideas. But you don't have to put them into paragraph form or, any kind of specific structure. Just follow each question, right? So the first one's asking, where's the writer going with all of this? What do they want to convince us of? Okay, put it in your own words. Then the reasons, how do they support and develop the argument they're making, right? What kind of ideas, what kind of claims, evidence, support are they showing us? Do they address counter arguments? Meaning, are they acknowledging and paying attention to and then answering potential arguments that run counter to their own? Do they also provide any limits to their argument? Meaning, do they show exceptions to when their argument is true, or do they just kind of full steam ahead? And then how are you going to organize it, right? And there's links here to kind of take you back. If you follow these links here in the parentheses, they'll take you back to specific sections of the chapters that we've read to help you conceptualize and understand what we're asking you to do. Then having that down will be a kind of starting point and help you develop ideas for your essay. So if you go to the summary essay assignment, that's due the June 15th, right? And there's a rubric here if you want to take a look at that. But it's really asking you the same things, but for this assignment, you will need to write an essay, okay? But you have to read the requirements. I'm going to let you read these. I want you to use the language of argument, right? So instead of saying like, Michael Blake is the author of the first article. Rather than saying Blake says or Blake talks about, you would say Blake argues or Blake claims, right? What are the author's ideas? Your opinions are not entering into this assignment yet. You can save that for the next paper. In our assessment essays and our response essays, you will be asked to provide some opinions, but for this, just go into the main ideas of the author. And that's why you need to understand how to address it in the, using the language of argument, like according to Blake or Blake suggests, right? In the introduction, you want to make sure that you're including the title of the argument, the author's full name, and the argument's main claim. MLA format, this is super important. There's lots of good resources online. Here's some suggestions for the writing process, right? There's some sample summaries that you can look at that are quite good. If you look over some of these are both successful summaries of an argument. Write a draft. Don't wait. I know we're moving fast, but take some time, plan. I'm sending this out to you on Tuesday, so make sure you have some time to think about, your draft. I'm going to give you some quick feedback on the brainstorming questions to try and make sure you're on track. And then, there's free tutoring at our school. You can reach out to a classmate or ask me for some further feedback. Revision, right? Go back and make sure you're looking at ideas and make sure there's a flow. If you do the brainstorming questions, it kind of gives you a nice structure. You start with focusing on the main claim and the introduction, then go through some reasons, examine counterarguments and limits, and that will help set up a successful structure. Okay, proofread for grammar and punctuation. Make sure that you take the time to, show me that you care about your work, right? Don't just make lazy mistakes that make your paper less effective and less compelling, okay? As always, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you look on the, sorry, I cut off. If you look at our homepage, you'll see the to-do list, and we'll be able to keep track of that. Don't procrastinate. Make sure you're taking some time to get the work done before, hours before, the night before. Okay? If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Take care.